Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown recently signed the richest contract in NBA history to date. Thanks to the Supermax contract extension worth $304 million, the small forward is without a doubt one of the richest players in the league at the moment. In any case, join me as I discuss how Jaylen Brown spends his millions. Early years. After agreeing to a $304 million contract with the Boston Celtics this past week, Jaylen Brown is no doubt a rich man. The Georgia native's extension kicks in during the 2024-25 season when he will earn $52.4 million, the most money any athlete has ever made in a single season in the NBA, and he is certain to earn close to $70 million in the final season of his deal. So, Jaylen Marseilles Brown is not just rich, but has become a wealthy man. Whatever the case, long before Jaylen Brown signed his first contract, he was born to an athletic family as his father was a champion heavyweight boxer. His father, Marseilles Brown, finished his career at 33-18-1 with 25 victories by knockout. He is the 2016 World Boxing Union World Champion and the 2015 WBU CAM Heavyweight Champion. Jaylen Brown's mother, Michelle Brown, however, is a professor who is currently listed in the faculty directory of Boston's Cambridge College as an adjunct instructor. In any case, the two-time NBA All-Star has always loved basketball, as his mother noted that his love for the sport started when he was 9 months old and saw a basketball roll past him on their home's living room floor. So it came as no surprise that he was one of the best recruits in his class in 2015. In college, Brown averaged 14.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 2.0 assists in 27.6 minutes per game over 34 games for the Golden Bears, and earned first-team All-Pac-12 honors and was named the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year after. Leaving college after a year, Brown was drafted by the Boston Celtics as the third overall pick in the 2016 NBA Draft. And in his rookie season, he averaged 17.2 minutes on the floor, 6.6 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 0.8 assists. 3 years later, Brown achieved his breakthrough season, and he agreed to a first contract extension worth $115 million afterwards. That season, he led the Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals for the third time in his 4 years in the NBA. However, it wasn't until his sixth year that Jaylen Brown finally led them to the NBA Finals. Unfortunately for him and the Celtics, they lost the series 4-2 to the Golden State Warriors, despite Brown averaging 23.5 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 3.7 assists in that final. Nonetheless, he recorded career-high numbers in the 2022-2023 season as his averages increased impressively, as he averaged 26.6 points on 49.1% shooting, 6.9 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. For his impressive stats, he earned his first All-NBA team selection, and this offseason, he signed a 5-year, $304 million contract extension, making it the biggest contract in NBA history, surpassing Nikola Jokic's $276 million extension. Jaylen Brown is estimated to have earned career earnings of over $100 million in cash since he joined the NBA. So, how does Jaylen Brown spend his money? Cars. For an NBA star who joked about getting his first car in September 2021, Jaylen Brown has a decent collection of cars. In his first year in the NBA, he had a Mazda CX-9. The 7-passenger Japanese car is a 3-row crossover SUV. It is powered by a turbocharged 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine that generates 250 horsepower and 310 pounds-feet of torque distributed to all 4 wheels by a 6-speed automatic transmission. At the time, the Mazda is thought to have cost him around $45,000. Jaylen Brown also owns a Range Rover Evoque that is worth about $50,000 and an Audi Q5 worth $43,000. The Range Rover was the car that his teammate pranked him with in his rookie year when they filled it up with buttered popcorn. The car is powered by a 246 horsepower turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine, and it has a top speed of 150 miles per hour. The Audi, on the other hand, is powered by a 2-liter turbo-petrol 4-cylinder engine paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that generates 197 horsepower. Interestingly, the Celtics star is also a big fan of high-speed and luxurious automobiles, as he owns a Porsche Macan. The Macan, which could get him to training or NBA matches as fast as possible, is powered by a thrilling 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that generates 335 horsepower and 339 pound-feet of torque distributed to all 4 wheels. It boasts a top speed of 158 miles per hour that can go from rest to 60 miles per hour in just 5 seconds. It is said to have cost him about $80,000. A Rolls-Royce Wraith is another vehicle in his collection for which he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. The luxurious car is reportedly worth over $300,000. Charity. Being brought up by an educator mom, Jaylen Brown has always acknowledged that his mother, Michelle Brown, had a big influence on his life and philanthropic work. According to Brown, being an athlete means he has a lot of influence in the community, and he is hoping to use it responsibly with his charity to make a difference. Brown stressed that he escaped some barriers in the community, and he is trying to help as much as he can now that he is in a place to help others overcome the same barriers. He works with institutions, groups, and leaders of social change through his foundation, the Juice Foundation, to close the opportunity gap for young people in historically underserved Black and Brown communities. His mother is part of the foundation, and his older brother, Quentin Brown, is the director of the Juice Foundation. His cousin Malcolm Durr works as the creative director of Jaylen Brown's Juice clothing line. In any case, he makes sure to donate hundreds of thousands to the foundation. Interestingly, that isn't the only foundation or charity he donates to. He has been revealed to have donated tens of thousands to the Bay Area community group United Playas. United Playas operates in 7 high schools at the moment and offers assistance in preventing violence. In addition to Juice and UP, Jaylen Brown frequently contributes to several other charities as he feels obliged to give back to the community, particularly Boston, where he recently funded a basketball court and play area for the neighborhood at Fenelon Park. Luxurious mansion. The Georgia native went all out to get a mansion after he signed his 4-year, $115 million extension in 2020. The Celtics star splashed $7.8 million to get a luxurious home in Wellesley, Massachusetts, a town in Greater Boston about 15 miles southwest of Boston. The home, which sits on a 1.53-acre site, boasts 7 bedrooms, 8.5 bathrooms, and a tennis court. The unique residence features a handcrafted covered patio with an oversized fireplace, 1-foot beamed ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows, and a handcrafted covered patio with an oversized fireplace. The sleek home apparently took 3 years to build and initially hit the market in January 2020 for $11 million, but Jaylen Brown got it for a bargain at $7.8 million. Record player. In his interview with GQ, Jaylen Brown reveals that he is quite unlike other NBA stars in that he spends his money on record players and, unexpectedly, he has a travel one that he keeps with him at all times. This is quite surprising because in a world of music streaming platforms being convenient to use, spending money on record players and vinyl disc players is odd. In the interview, he mentioned that he always has excellent recordings with him, including those by Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, Kanye West, Jimi Hendrix, The Beatles, Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass, Dr. Dre, Sade, and a host of other musicians. He revealed that ever since joining the NBA, he has been spending his money on purchasing and storing more than 100 records so that he can get them signed when he runs into the artists who sang them. The cost of the record player and the hundreds of vinyl records is unknown, but they are all unquestionably worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wristwatches and jewelry. In an interview with GQ about his essentials, Jaylen Brown confessed that while he is simplistic in his dressing, he has a couple of pieces of jewelry that he splashed tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars to get. Among some of the jewelry is a custom chain worth $20,000. The chain features 15 carats of natural green and white diamonds, with the back of the pendant showing Jaylen's jersey number 7 and his name. Aside from that, he also has another custom white diamond-crusted pendant in memory of his best friend Steve, who passed away from suicide. The cost of the pendant is unknown, but it's estimated to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. He has been spotted wearing a Richard Mille Skull tourbillon. The beautiful RM052 is a limited edition ruby set titanium watch with grade 5 titanium upper and lower jaws. Nonetheless, the timepiece is thought to have cost the NBA player over $500,000, making it the second most expensive item he has possibly ever spent his money on. However, that might change now that he has signed his $304 million extension. Do you find how Jaylen Brown spends his millions surprising? Or do you think he's being unnecessarily modest? Let me know in the comment section.